Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes. We've had a beautiful Wednesday today, Brittany.
Yes, honestly, it was kind of my ideal perfect day around campus. Highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees in some locations, but plenty of sunshine around.
It wasn't too warm, wasn't too cold. It was the perfect temperature, to take that walk to class and not take the bus. It was a beautiful day here at Florida State. But over the next few days, as we go into the show a bit more, we're going to see we do have some gloomy weather.
Yes, we do have some changes on the way, but we do have another nice day expected for tomorrow. But of course, we'll go into those details of what to expect as far as some severe weather in the picture later in the show. But for now, enjoy those beautiful conditions around Tallahassee.
We do have a softball game going on right now, so if you're watching us right now and want to find something to do, you can head over to the softball fields and watch the Lady Seminoles go against UF, which is a good game to watch.
Oh, that is a good game. Definitely go out there and support your Noles. Also, just check the score on your phone as you're watching us throughout the show. Make sure we're doing well out there.
This weekend too, the weather will clear up, so it'll be another chance for us to go outside, maybe go to the Reds this weekend after the gloomy weather leaves the area.
Yeah, it's a great way to end this semester as we head closer and closer to finals week. It's just looking very beautiful outside. I actually took my dog out earlier, and I think he realized how beautiful it was and started running in circles. Like, he was even enjoying this perfect weather around.
Oh, Louie's loving the perfect weather.
Louie is
Everybody's loving
loving
perfect weather, but for now we're going to send things off to the wall with Emily. Take a look at our overview.
Thank you, Sloan and Brittany. Looking outside today, you can see not a lot of traffic down Tennessee Street, not really anywhere in the area. Rush hour is almost over throughout the town. Future weather tonight and through the weekend, you can see this cold front pushing in, bringing that severe weather coming Friday morning into our region. Current temperatures right now, 80 in town here with 84 up in Bainbridge and a little bit cooler down by the coast in Apalachicola and Carabel. Tonight in Tallahassee, we're going to see 60 degrees with calm and mostly clear with winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. For your Thursday, we can see 85 degrees, mostly sunny, with some strong southeast winds in the afternoon varying from 5 to 15 miles per hour. For your weekend preview, you can see that very high 99% chance of storms on Friday, some severe weather with some hail possible, with cooling off temperatures on Saturday, with your lows reaching 46 Saturday into Sunday morning with warming up to 79 degrees. Coming up, you can see in our show our air quality concerns, severe weather threat for Friday, and our cool Easter weekend ahead. Sending things off to Sloan.
Thanks, Emily. As y'all know, that was a fresh face on our show. This was Emily's first show of FSU weather. So it's been a beautiful day outside. We do see the sun over Doak right now. Some clouds are beginning to roll through the area, but for the most part, it's been a beautiful day. Taking a look at the temperature right now at 80 degrees. Again, mostly cloudy. There is some glare driving into the studio. I did have to wear my sunglasses, so make sure you have those until sunset about 8 o'clock tonight. And current temperatures, 81 in Monticello, 79 in St. Mark's, 74 in Carabel, so pretty warm throughout the Big Bend. We do see Bainbridge up there at 84, so mid to lower 70s towards the coast as they are getting a southerly wind, as we'll see in a few graphics, and then a bit warmer as we go inshore. Dew points, we are very moist compared to where we were on Monday. Monday's dew points were about in the 50s, a bit more moist due to the Gulf breeze coming onshore right now, bringing a lot of that moisture along the coast onshore. 54 Thomasville, 58 Tallahassee, 65 down there at Carabel. And looking at the wind speeds, here is that southerly wind that we have been talking about, some strong onshore winds, as Brantley's been saying today. 8 in Apalachicola, 5 in Thomasville, 5 in Valdosta, 10 in Perry. And then looking at the satellite and radar, we can see what's happening over the next few days. Brittany and I hinted at the severe weather that we're going to receive Thursday into Friday morning. And as we see, the storms are beginning in Dallas and Houston, making their way across the southeast. And there's another low pressure system up there towards the Great Lakes. But there will be relief in sight we'll see going into the weekend. Locally, not a lot happening, just those clouds coming here and there, but the sun's out and expected to be out all evening, clear skies. And looking into the next 24 hours, we do see the wind shift a bit, going from the southeast. We have these strong onshore winds, as we've been saying, and then we have the clouds start to come in Friday morning, and we see the first of the showers creep into the Big Bend region. So Friday morning will be a good day to have that umbrella on you, have that rain jacket on you, maybe drive to class instead of walk. and then we see the storm start to come a bit more east towards us about 8 a.m. and then throughout the day at 11 a.m. is when they'll be directly over us where the heaviest of the rainfall will occur. Going into Friday, later in the afternoon, we started to see it gets to clear out. Some clouds linger and some showers going to linger here or there, but for the most part, they're going to be gone. We have a coastal flood watch, though, Friday until 5 p.m., so if you live along the Gulf, just be wary of your conditions. We have a severe weather outlook for Thursday and Friday, so for tomorrow, we see a marginal risk east of Tallahassee, and then a slight towards the west, and then a bit higher enhanced towards Panama City. With all of these severe weather outlooks, we do see that there's going to be those strong thunderstorms, gusty winds, frequent lightning, and hail, and a possible tornado. And we see it comes towards a slight risk on Friday with a marginal risk out west again. Tonight in Tallahassee, 60 degrees, calm and mostly clear. And then 85 degrees tomorrow, mostly sunny, so I'd keep that sunscreen on hand. And then looking at the next few days, Friday, we do have that 99% chance of showers that we're clearing up next week. I'm going to pass things off to Brittany to take a look at the southeast.
Thanks, Sloan. It just looks like a beautiful day across the southeast today. Temperatures ranging in the 70s and 80s and plenty of sunshine to go around. A few places are experiencing some cloud cover out ahead of this next frontal system. But for the day today and even into tomorrow, most of the southeast will see these beautiful conditions, 84 degrees for Tampa, Florida. Another thing the southeast is also experiencing is these high dew points. Dew point 67 over in Shreveport and 58 in Tallahassee. Everywhere you see these green colors, that's where we're seeing those higher dew points due to that southerly wind. That's helping push that onshore flow, bringing a lot of moisture into the southeast, over even to parts of Tennessee. We're seeing very high dew points over there. This is all out ahead of the front, and a high dew point is a factor in severe weather. So we are tracking the possibility of severe weather as this next system pushes east. This cold front will push through and slightly drop our temperatures heading into Saturday, but that main concern will be that line of severe weather we're expecting those early morning hours of Friday. Zooming in toward the southeast, for now we're just seeing some cloud cover passing through, some showers over in Mississippi, but overall we're seeing some clear conditions for now. But some things we do have to worry about as this next system approaches is flooding. We do have a flash flood watch in effect for parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, and these brighter greens, notice those are around all those rivers. We do have a flood warning for anyone living along those rivers. And another thing, because of that southerly wind, we do have a high surf advisory, so beach day not looking very well for tomorrow. Take a look at our forecast model. You can really see this line of storms ramp up as we head into Thursday. Around Thursday night, that's when the west portions of the Panhandle could start seeing some storms, including Pensacola and Mobile. That will push through overnight. Tallahassee should expect these storms very late into the morning for Friday. Right before lunchtime is when we're expecting this line to move through. So waking up on Friday, if you have that class, make those plans, drive to class, bring that umbrella because some strong storms are expected, so have a way to get those warnings as well. That will push through, but notice we still have this low pressure bringing in some precipitation back behind it, so as this passes through, we could see something wrapping around and some showers or storms back behind there. Because of that severe weather, we do have an enhanced risk for portions of the western Panhandle, slight risk for that central part of the Panhandle, and a marginal, which is a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. Going into Friday, that pushes towards the east where Tallahassee is still included on that border of marginal and slight. So all across the Panhandle needs to watch out for the severe weather tomorrow. So what are those concerns we're expecting for that severe weather? For tornadoes, we are expecting a moderate risk. We could see a couple isolated tornadoes across the Panhandle, so be sure to have a way to get warnings, turn those alerts on your phone, and be ready for any possibilities to get into some cover. Large hail is a slight concern, but high winds is that main concern. When you get into those thunderstorms, you could see winds over 60 miles per hour. You'll see those severe thunderstorms issued if we get any winds that high. Flooding is a low risk, but as always, don't drive into any flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. For tonight, very nice mild night across the southeast. 59 for Tallahassee, 64 for Orlando. Could start seeing some storms though over in Little Rock and Shreveport as the system starts to approach, but tomorrow you'll notice those rain chances slightly shift to the east as that cold front starts to push through. For now, I'll send things off to Emily and Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Brittany. So earlier today, we had our very own student meteorologist, Melissa Thompson, go out to the Capitol to spectate the rally in Tally.
Yeah, so this rally and tally event was created to raise awareness throughout the state and the nation to create a legislation towards disaster relief, especially after Hurricane Michael.
Yeah, so we have this clip right here for you to see how that went down.
Meteorologist with 4 FSU Weather covering the Rally and Tally event for Hurricane Michael damage in multiple counties in northwestern Florida. I'm here speaking today with Christine, who can tell us a little bit about Hurricane Michael's Angels and what they're up to.
Okay, I'm from Gulf County, and we are here to represent all the counties that were affected by Hurricane Michael for more funding for the disaster relief.
And a part of disaster relief, recent announcements have just surfaced in the past week that without more funding, surrounding counties could lose up to 600 employees in their educational districts. So in an effort to rapidly bring awareness and support to that, they are here today in Tallahassee to let their voices be heard. And as I understand, this event just went up really quick in the past couple of days.
Yes, it did. It was a need. We had a good turnout today, and I think our voices were heard.
Awesome. Well, Christine, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, and what an honorable deed, and hopefully their voices are heard today and some action is brought to all the counties that are in need as soon as possible. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Thomas with 4 FSU Weather.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. That was a really good interview out there. Yeah,
Great job, Melissa.
Yeah, making sure we support the people in the Panhandle because they still are recovering. But for now, we're going to send things over to the wall with Colleen with a closer look into Tallahassee.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, the recovery efforts are still in effect for Hurricane Michael. But in Tallahassee, we do have the sun beginning to set over Doak Campbell Stadium. You do see the hazy air, and that is due to low quality across our region. So it might be a little bit cloudy for your evening with winds fairly light at 6 miles per hour. Now, this high pressure has further moved off the coast, but if you look at this squall line, it'll begin to form and move its way into our area, creating possible hazardous conditions as we go into Friday morning. Now, you can see the winds have really picked up from the south over the past 24 hours, and that is why the dew points are even up in the 60s. Now, this just for yesterday, it was in the 40s, so we do have that moist air coming into our area. Currently in Tallahassee, we do have 80 degrees down by the coast, getting a little bit cooled off down there due to those strong winds. 73 in Apalachicola, we're only at 6 o'clock. Further up over here, Valdosta, you're looking at 82 degrees. Now, this is when the storms are going to begin to move its way in. As we go into Thursday night, you're going to see the winds begin to pick up. But right about the time when you're waking up, your alarm clock further off west in our region, west of Wilma, you see those squall line begin to move its way into our area. Heavy rain around Monticello and Tallahassee right around lunch hour. And then as we go into the evening or afternoon around 1 o'clock, Perry will be getting most of the rainfall and will move out of our area. Now, breaking it down, where the severe weather outlook will be further over west for tomorrow will have the most potential for severe weather. This can be conducive to isolated tornadoes or heavy wind gusts. Now, going into Friday, we do have this severe weather shift over further east, and then Saturday we should have sunny skies back in the forecast. Tonight in Tallahassee, we have 60 degrees, pretty calm and clear, winds fairly light at 5 miles per hour going into the night. If you're wondering what to plan for tomorrow, it'll wake up to sunny skies, 75 degrees. Going in the afternoon, you begin to see the clouds to roll into our area. Now, if you're going out in the water, look at that. That is some surfing waters out there, 3 to 5 feet. One of the few times out of the year that you can surf on the west coast, but the winds are fairly high, around 15 to 20 knots from the south. Now, your beach forecast, mostly sunny, pretty extreme for the UV index, so we are getting back into those summer sun as we go into the weekend. We do have severe thunderstorms possible Friday, but look at that Saturday and Sunday. Easter is going to be beautiful. Sloan, what do you think about Easter? Or zooming on out to national? I think that it's going to clear up in the southeast by the time we do get to Easter, but for the nation right now, we see the temperatures in the southeast are a bit warm, which is typical for about this time of year. 83 degrees in Dallas, 80 in New Orleans. As we move out west, we do see that typical west coast climate, 60 degrees in Seattle, 68 degrees in San Francisco. And towards the northeast, they are still a bit cooler at about 51 in Boston and 57 in Detroit. But for the southeast, this is our biggest story over the next few days. Looking at the dew points, we are fairly dry out west, which we've been seeing a lot. 34 in Denver, 31 Salt Lake City. And the moisture is coming where we do have these low pressure systems over the nation. There's one over the Great Lakes and one towards the southeast. So we do see 69 in Dallas again, 70 in San Antonio, 66 north, and 58 currently in Tallahassee. With the surface winds, we can see where these systems are located. We do have a high pressure system out west, which is causing them to be a bit drier right now. And then we have the low pressure system over the Great Lakes and then in the middle of the country. Looking at the satellite and radar, though, we do see where everything's coming, making its way towards the southeast, and there are showers associated with the low pressure system over the Great Lakes, over Minneapolis, going into Canada. For upper level water vapor, we have that dry air in the southwest, so that's following the front, offering us some relief over the next few days after the gloomy weather passes, as there's another high pressure system following the front. But taking a more localized look to the northeast, we do see these clouds and showers with that front moving through. Especially we have the clouds in New York and Washington, D.C., and then looking at the Great Lakes a bit more, we have these showers coming through, some thunderstorms within them. So be sure if you're in this area that you have your umbrella and that you go inside when thunder roars. We have some flood warnings up there as well. And then looking towards southeast, towards our neck of the woods, we do see these showers starting to move through the southeast, making their way into the area. So over the next few days, a good idea for you to keep those umbrellas on hand, but to be cautious of where you're driving, because we do have a flash flood watch for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and then flood warnings within the Mississippi River Valley. And there is that high surf advisory. As Colleen said, we have those southerly winds, fast winds, high winds, causing the waves to be a bit higher than normal. For the rest of the nation, though, we have that high pressure system out west, and then that front beginning to make its way from New Mexico into Texas. So again, showers and severe weather is the theme currently. And we have a few weather alerts. We have that high wind warning, which I mentioned last week. High winds feed wildfire weather, so making sure you keep an eye on your high winds. And we have another winter weather advisory a bit north, and then taking a look where we saw those showers, we have this severe thunderstorm watch. So go inside when thunder roars. Being inside your house is probably the safest place you could be during lightning. So be sure to be cautious of your surroundings and what is happening around you. But towards the west coast, where that high pressure system was causing everything to be a bit drier, no clouds really in sight here. This is the place to be right now. So take advantage of this warmer weather. And we have a few more weather alerts here. If they'll pop up, we're just going to skip over them. But for the next few days, we have a severe weather outlook for the southeast, enhanced in the part of the western panhandle, so that will affect people who are currently watching in the local area. And then we go to a slight, and then we go to marginal. With all this, again, as we mentioned earlier, beware of frequent lightning, heavy thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, hail, and that possible tornado. You can't isolate it. And then here are the weathers for the severe weather outlook that the southeast will be experiencing over the next few days. Again, marginal, slight, and enhanced. So not as high as moderate, level 4 moderate, level 5 high, but enough for us to worry and to make sure we have these precautionary measures. Remember, Tallahassee loses power at the flick of a switch, so make sure you have those candles and flashlights on hand. We see the thunderstorms getting to creep our way over. Memphis, thunderstorms tonight, 63, and Dallas-Fort Worth at 61. And then looking at tomorrow, we see that high pressure system coming a bit further east, causing Denver to have sun, Kansas City not to have any precipitation, and then starting to move its way to New Orleans. But for now, I'm going to pass things off to Colleen and Brittany at the desk.
Thanks, Flo. Now let's finally touch on that air quality we've been talking about all show. And I don't know if you've noticed yesterday, it was very hazy outside. And also, those of you who have allergies, those have been acting up lately. So we want to dive into why exactly we're experiencing that.
Yeah, especially if you also have asthma. Now, the air quality is over unhealthy levels, and this is mainly due to the ozone kind of air quality in our area, as well as prescribed burns.
Yeah, so actually Florida's air quality is right now, it's ranked moderate, and that's due to a couple things, but the dominant pollutant we are experiencing that's causing these bad conditions is actually ozone.
Yeah, and Tallahassee actually had one of the worst air quality levels out of the whole nation.
Yeah, very high levels of concentrations of ozone have been in Tallahassee, actually some very high amounts. So that is the reason you guys have been experiencing maybe some or respiratory problems, and it could be dangerous. You could see some damage to lungs, so avoid
Yeah.
any exercise outside, heavy exercises while breathing in this air, and check with the local officials on that air quality, and we'll get that back to normal hopefully soon.
Yeah, and let's hope this next front coming into our area soon will help bring in some fresh air, but we're going to send it on over to the wall for a look around Florida.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So right now in Florida, we are still controlled by this high pressure system over into the Atlantic, but this system over into the Midwest, that's going to be the next rainmaker into Thursday into Friday into the Florida area. But here zooming into more of that panhandle, as we are in that high pressure system, we are in that clockwise motion. That's why we have all these southerly winds bringing up into the panhandle, bringing in some high surf as well. But current conditions around Tallahassee sitting fairly warm right now, sitting at 80 degrees into Tallahassee, 84 into Tampa, and then 79 into Miami. Now our dew points are on the muggier side here, so you're definitely feeling it as you're going out and about, all around in the 50s, high 50s, and some 60s also around on the East Coast. Now for our forecast model, we do have that cold front system that's going to be pushing its way through our area, bringing up our severe weather for here into Florida. That model is showing bringing in that rain into the panhandle by Friday, so make sure that you are weather aware as we are under that slight risk of some severe weather, and that system's going to push its way through. You can really see it start to really intensify, seeing more of those oranges and reds, indication of heavier rainfall. So if you do have any plans going out for Easter weekend, traveling plans, make sure you're wary of this as you're driving on those roads. Make sure you're driving a little bit extra careful and have those windshield wipers on and not the hazard lights as you're driving. And that system's going to continue pushing its way into central Florida, still hanging on some heavier showers onto Friday. Now for heading on to the metropolitan areas around Florida, Miami is sitting pretty warm at 86 for Thursday, and then Friday having our rain chances pop back up to 80%, and then cooling down on a Sunday at 79 degrees. And then moving on into Tampa, topping off at 90 degrees, so fairly warm out there. So you have any outdoor plans, make sure to stay hydrated if you're going out and about. Then of course, same picture as well. Friday's going to be really the best chance of that cold front's going to push its way through, lowering down those highs just a tad bit onto Sunday, but a beautiful day for Easter onto Sunday. Now into Orlando, again, almost same picture, topping off at 90 degrees. And then Friday, again, rain chances pop back up, bringing up our high on a Sunday, another beautiful Easter Sunday. So that is the big picture for all of Florida. Sunday for Easter is going to be the best bet. Now for Jacksonville, again, sitting more into the 80s, 86 into Thursday, and then 82 onto Friday, and then cooling off at 78 onto Sunday. Plenty of sunshine right there. And then for Pensacola, we're going to see that rain chance pop just a tad bit earlier as that cold front pushes its way through. 80% onto Thursday. Friday, sitting on some lingering showers, so make sure if you hear thunder roar, go indoors. But then on Sunday, beautiful conditions for topping off at 74. Now our drop monitor is starting to come back, just sitting right now to dry to moderate, but not too bad, and that will really change as this cold front pushes through. Then for tonight, dipping down into the 50s and 60s, overall pretty nice, hanging on to that cloud cover. And then for tomorrow, warming up again. But for now, I'm going to send things over to Brittany with zooming into the Tallahassee area.
Thanks, Sarah. Around the state of Florida, it looks beautiful, and one of the things I think our seniors are really going to miss here is just this beautiful view of Doak Campbell Stadium as the sun starts to set. Mostly clear conditions. It just looks like a beautiful day outside, but we do have some high clouds up there, so we're picking up at some mostly cloudy skies, but we're still getting some sunshine through. Still sitting at 80 degrees as we approach around 6:30 p.m. tonight. Winds nice and light, around 6 miles per hour out of the south, but the big story is this next system that will start pushing eastward. That will increase the moisture, pick up those winds for tomorrow, and bring that chance for severe weather as we head into Friday morning. So we'll definitely be tracking this, but right now across the southeast, just some clouds around in the sky. 80 degrees still in Tallahassee, as well as for Wilma. Quincy still sitting at 82 degrees. Monticello is our hot spot at 83 degrees, but head down to the coast towards Apalachicola, and they're 10 degrees cooler due to that onshore flow. 73 is that temperature there. Zooming into Leon County, let's check out some temperatures. We're picking up 82 degrees over in Lake Talcon and 82 as well for Midtown, still around the 80s across town. Those dew points are very high because of that wind out of the south. We're really kicking up the moisture. 58-degree dew point for Tallahassee and 66-degree dew point for Carabel. That's all due to that next system approaching. That's allowing all this moisture to funnel in. So as the front approaches, we'll have those high dew points, and then they'll drop again as that cold front officially passes later in the week. There's those winds out of the south I was talking about. Currently 8 miles per hour in Tallahassee, 10 over in Perry. These are relatively calm, and they'll stay calm throughout the night, but tomorrow is when we'll have to watch for when they really pick up as this system moves through. Looking at the next 24 hours, we see this really strong onshore flow of winds across this coast. That could cause some flooding concerns as well as some beach erosion that we'll have to watch for. Heading overnight into Friday, we do see that increase in clouds and could see some showers or storms pick up ahead of this main line early Friday morning. So if you have any plans to wake up, or even if you're going to plan on sleeping in on Friday, have a way to get alerts as this line begins to push through later in the morning hours. Those darker colors indicating some very heavy rain, but main risk is going to be that strong wind up to 60 miles per hour, and also possibility of some isolated tornadoes in this line as it moves through the area. Heading into Friday afternoon, could still see some rain back behind the main line, so don't put the umbrella away quite yet. We'll still keep those chances around for Friday, but Saturday we will clear up. Here's that coastal flood watch I was talking about because of those flooding concerns, because of that very strong southerly wind. So if you live down by the coast, be careful and take into account where you're living and those flooding conditions are possible. Because of that severe weather, Leon County is kind of cut in half for tomorrow with a 1 out of 5 risk in this green color and a 2 out of 5 risk in that yellow color for severe weather. Off to our west towards Panama City, that's where we see the enhanced risk. They're going to have to watch a little more closely for that severe weather as we head into tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow, or for Friday, slight risk will bump down to a 2 out of 5, but that does not mean anything here. We do have to pay attention, very close attention, for the possibility of some tornadoes as this line moves through. But for tonight, we're keeping it calm and clear, low around 60 degrees and a light wind out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, waking up looking like a beautiful morning to take a walk before the storms move through. 75 degrees with some sun. Could see an increase in clouds as we head throughout the day, but overall a very nice day. For your marine forecast, it's windy out there. Winds out of the south at 15 to 20 knots, and that sea at 3 to 5 feet. So nice beach day as far as weather-wise, but that wind will keep that boat rocking out there. Thursday looking great, high of 85. Storm chances come back into the picture for Friday as this system moves through, but check out the rest of the weekend, even for Sunday, where we see some really nice conditions for Easter, and we'll keep that around into the start of your next work week. Sarah, Sloan, what's your favorite day of the week next week?
I think Saturday will be a great day to go outside and take advantage of the nicer weather following the storms, just because we haven't been outside in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the next work week's looking like a really nice week ahead. But make sure you are wary of that severe weather, and follow us on Twitter whenever we have those severe weather updates for you.
And also like us on Facebook, because we do post some graphics on there as well.
And then also watch us live on YouTube. If the weather does turn bad, we will go live, so make sure you watch out for that.
And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. I always say be sure to send us your pictures, but I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes.
And I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse. Have a great night and stay safe.